let's have a look. So this lesson, by the way, is going to be back to basics. So it's for people who really struggle between the difference, who struggle between the and un, okay? So we're going to talk about that today. If you find this lesson too easy, then maybe your level's just too high. But this has been something that's requested quite a lot. So when to use the. So we use the when we're talking about something specific. The phone. It is the phone, okay? It is a specific phone. The phone I used to call him was broken. Specific phone, okay? The house I lived in was haunted. Okay, specific house, the house, specific house. And notice the pronunciation. It's with a schwa. The. Okay, not the or the. Okay, a lot of people struggle with this th and they replace it with a da. If you're a French speaker, try not to do it as a z. It's not the house. Or as many French would say, the house. But you would say the. You can also stress this and you can say the. Okay, the phone. If you're using this, then it means you're emphasizing and stressing something. Okay, you're really bringing emphasis to it. This is the best phone I've ever had. Okay, I'm really stressing it. Or we can use the when there is only one of something. The equator, the capital of England. Okay? When to use a and un. So for many people who don't know the difference between a and un and when to use it, basically with a, it's when you have a consonant sound. Ooh, consonation, consonant sound. Oh, why can't I spell consonant? Consonant, there we go. A consonant sound, and you use un when there's a vowel sound. Now notice I say vowel sound, not vowel, because we're talking about sound, not spelling. So when to use a and un? When we are mentioning something for the first time, okay? After this, it changes to the. So I could say something like, I ate a sandwich for lunch. I ate a sandwich. Not specific, I'm mentioning it for the first time. I ate a sandwich for lunch. The sandwich tasted very good. The sandwich, because I'm referring back to that specific sandwich. To describe something or someone, she's a beautiful girl. Unknown things, I need to buy a new car. You don't say, I need to buy the new car, because then it's specific, the new car. Here it's general, a new car. We don't know which one, it's not specified. Or one of a group. She's a member of the royal family. So the royal family, we're talking about a family in this case in England, okay? The royal family, specific family. It's not just of a family. If it's just of a family, it's any family in general, okay? Not specific. Here we want to be specific. It's the royal family, no other family. So there we go. How are we doing with this? People are saying, I hate the articles. And someone said about the pronunciation of a. So let's just go through that. We talked about the pronunciation of the and the, okay, is used when we stress something. We can also use the, I forgot to mention, we can also use the when we have a vowel, okay? So I don't have my phonemic keyboard. Let me just grab one. IPA keyboard is a really good one that I use online because I don't have one on my computer. So here, where's the symbol? The. Here we go. So we have this one, the, and we have the other one with the schwa. Let me find that one. The. Okay, the. So this one would be when you have a vowel sound. Notice I say vowel sound, not vowel, because I don't want people to think it's the spelling. And then you have a consonant sound for the next one, okay? So I would say the apple, the apple, the apple, okay? The table, the table, the table. The other one here, so you have the weak form so it would be with the schwa. Let me just grab that symbol. So here you have okay? A table, a table, a table. A lot of people, and it really bugs me, but a lot of teachers, they teach as okay? Like a really open as in apple. And they say like a table. We don't do that. That would be really strong. And in natural speech, we would reduce it to a schwa. It's possible to say okay, if you're really stressing it, but it's not necessary most of the time if it's in rapid speech. And then the other one, would be exactly the same with the schwa, but just with n. So you have a table, a table, a table, an apple, an apple, an apple. Okay, notice how quick it is as well, because it's very weak. So I hope that answers someone's question. Who was it that wasn't sure about the pronunciation of those? But there we go. So we've got different ways. Okay, let's have a practice together. So question 1, hopefully you can see that. Perfect. So tell me, what would I put here? So I've got number 1, number 2, space number 3, and space number 4. Tell me in the comments, would I put the, or in the gap? So number 1, I had sandwich and apple for lunch. Sandwich wasn't very good, but apple was very nice. So what do we think goes in the gaps here? So someone says, number 1, a sandwich. Good. It's the first time we're mentioning the sandwich. It's not specified. It's general, not specific. A sandwich. I had a sandwich. Number 2, fantastic. People have got un. I had a sandwich and an apple for lunch. So here we've got a sandwich because s is a consonant sound, and we're using because it's not specific. When you're, where are we? Here we are. When we're mentioning something for the first time, okay? Had a sandwich and an apple. We're using un instead of a apple, okay? An apple, because it's a vowel sound. Apple. Here, we're mentioning something for the first time, so it's going to be an apple. How about number 3 and number 4? Now, this is going to maybe change slightly. What do you think? Good, people have got it. The sandwich, capitalized, of course, because it's the start of a sentence. The sandwich. Now, the sandwich, why is it the? Because we're referring back to a specific sandwich. We're referring back to the sandwich that we ate at lunch. Okay, specific sandwich. The sandwich. The sandwich I mentioned here. The sandwich wasn't very good, but the apple was very nice. So again, the apple. We already introduced the apple. So when mentioning something for the first time, we use an apple. But here we're mentioning it for the second time. It's the same apple. So we use the because we're referring back to that apple that we mentioned before. Okay? I hope that makes sense. People in the comments have such mixed answers. But the majority of people have got it. So, yeah. So, number 2. Okay, this is something which kind of tricks quite a few people. Now, with some nouns, we don't always use an article with them. It's not necessary. So, let's have a look at number 1. So this first one here. I go to the school every day, or I go to school every day. Do I use the article the school or not in this case? What do we think? I go to the school every day, or I go to school every day. Do I use the article or do I remove the article with school? What do we think? Any ideas? People are saying no article. People just saying no. No article, exactly. So I go to school every day. There's no article here. I go to school every day. So this kind of confuses people quite a lot, because I know in many languages you say the school, I go to the school, I go to the university. But with certain places, we don't use the article. So school is one of them. I go to school every day. I go to church every day. I go to university every day. I go to prison every day to see a relative, for example. I go to jail, okay? So with certain places, you don't need the article unless it's specific, okay? So let's have a look at number 2. She has gone to school to speak to the head teacher. So with this one, now we're talking about a specific school. So do you think I should use the article when we're talking about a specific school? See, it's not school in general. You go to school in general, okay? You study, you go to school. But here we're talking about a specific one. Exactly, yeah. So here I would keep the article. She has gone to the school to speak to the head teacher. She's gone to the school. It's a specific school. I could say something like she's gone to the school in the, I don't know, in the city centre, okay? Then it's super specific. She's gone to the school in the city centre to speak to the head teacher. Very, very specific school. If I'm talking in general, she's gone to school to speak to the head teacher. It's a bit more general, but here, very specific school. The same would apply to this. So I could say, I was at the church earlier. The church sounds a little bit strange because it signifies a very specific church. So I could say, I was at the church around the corner. Okay? I go to the university in the north of the city. The university in the north, because it's specific. Maybe there are other universities. Okay? My cousin is in the prison outside of the city centre. The prison outside of the city centre, because it's a specific prison. Okay? I hope that's making sense. So whenever you use the with these, it must be specific, a specific place. It's not in general. Like the School of Arts, the School of Music, the law school. Exactly. Perfect. Yeah. People have given some good examples there. Let's have another go. So I've got some more examples here. Where are we? There we go. So, do you like coffee? Now, of course, I can just say, do you like coffee in general? But here, what do we think? This is supposed to have people. What do we think? So, do you like specific coffee? What do we think? Now, someone's written some. Do you like some coffee? I wouldn't say, do you like some coffee? I would say, would you like some coffee? If it's an offer, okay? But here I'm asking a question about, do you like it? Okay? Does this coffee make you happy? You could say. Someone said nothing. Someone said the, okay? I would go with the. Do you like the coffee? Now, in this case, of course, you maybe need a bit more context, but we're talking about specific coffee. Imagine someone is holding their coffee that I made them before, and I say, do you like the coffee? The coffee that I made you? The specific coffee that I made you? Do you like the specific coffee that I made you? Now, of course, you're not going to say, do you like the specific coffee in which I made you? It sounds very strange. You would just say, do you like the coffee? Okay, the coffee, specific one. What about here? So this time we've got people. What do we think? And this is a trap. This is a trap question. What do we think with this one? People in my city are very rude. Do I need an article? Because it's a plural. So with a plural, I can't use a and an. What do we think? So some people in the comments are saying the people. Now I can use the people, okay? The people in my city, very specific people. The people in my city are very rude. You might also hear some people say, people in my city are very rude. It's talking in general, okay? Both are applicable. So you can have this or you can have nothing. I think I removed my little symbol, didn't I, earlier? Yes, I did. Never mind. Or we can just have nothing. So the people in my city are very rude. Or people in my city are very rude in general, okay? But I would say the sounds a bit more natural. I really love cats. What do we think here? Do we think we should have an article or no article? I really love cats. So remember, it's a plural, so we can't say and un, because these are only with singular, but the can go with singular and plural. But do I need this? Imagine I'm speaking in general. Do I need it? No, exactly. People are saying no article. Fantastic. So nothing. I really love cats in general. Now imagine I have, I don't know, some cats of my own pet cats. I could say, I really love the cats, the specific cats. I really love these specific cats. So I don't need to use any article here because we're talking in general. I really love cats in general, not specific ones. And the last one, what do we think here? I really hate dogs that my grandma has. Do I need an article or not? What do we think with the dogs one? I really love cats. What do we think about this one? I really hate dogs that my grandma has. Fantastic. The dogs. I really hate the dogs that my grandma has. Why is it the dogs? Because they're specific dogs. I really hate the specific dogs that my grandma has. Not all dogs. Okay, if I said I really hate dogs, stop, then that means dogs in general. I really hate the dogs that my grandma has, these specific dogs, but in general I like them, but it's these specific ones that I don't like. So, okay, before we finish, I want to do a little practice with some other things. Let's get creative a little bit. Now I've got some sentences here and I'd like you, people in the comments, to choose one of the sentences and just finish the sentence. So write it in the comments. For example, you could say, he was reading a book. Okay, a book. Why is it a book? Because it's general, okay? If it was, he was reading the book. He was reading the book which I gave him for his birthday. Specific book, okay? So have a go in the comments. What do you think? Poor puppies. No, someone has to raise my voice. Turn up your volume. You're the only one that's having problems. No one else has mentioned it. So just turn up your volume if you can't hear me. Play me full blast. Annoy your neighbours with English lessons. He was reading the magazine I gave him. Perfect. The magazine I gave him. Specific magazine. He was reading a magazine. It's in general. It's not a specific one. She was wearing a skirt. In general, a skirt. It's not the skirt which I bought her at Christmas. It's just a skirt, nothing specific. I saw a ghost. Good. So general ghost, a ghost. When we would like to ask someone not about this coffee but in general, what type of article would we use? You would just say, do you like coffee? In general, do you like coffee? Then it's general, because I can't say, do you like a coffee? Because coffee is already the plural form. okay? So I can't use it in that sense. You would just remove the article, and you can't use the because it's not specific, it's coffee in general. Let's see. He was reading a newspaper. Fantastic. She was wearing a blue jacket. I was making a sandwich. I like the sandwich emoji as well. I saw the news yesterday. I saw a nice car. We were eating the pumpkin pie that my grandma baked. Fantastic. The pumpkin pie that my grandma baked. Very specific. On full blast. Exactly. She was wearing the red dress at the party. She was wearing the red dress at the party. So here, it sounds a little odd. You would have to say she was wearing the red dress that she bought at the weekend at the party or to the party. We were eating a pizza. Yeah. Here as well with pizza, it can also be used without the article. We were eating pizza. You can also use it without. He was reading the old book. He was reading the old book, which he found in a box somewhere. I was making a cake for my mum's birthday. So mum here is American. We would say mum's birthday with a U. I saw the ghost of the Odeon. Exactly. See, I saw a ghost in general. I saw the ghost from the Odeon. Specific ghost. True story. Did see the ghost at the Odeon. No, I didn't see him. I felt him. He was reading a business book. Fantastic. I'm just going to read a couple more comments before we finish. I saw the president, specific president, not just a president in general, the president. We were eating a lunch. Now, lunch isn't countable. You would just say, we were eating lunch with my friend. She was wearing the coat I gave her at Christmas. I saw a beautiful dog. I saw the post you mentioned. Fantastic. She was wearing a beautiful hat. She was wearing a beautiful outfit like what Emma wore today. So if anyone saw my live earlier on Facebook, I was wearing I don't know how to explain it. What was I wearing, guys? It was like this kind of black dress with a hood and really long sleeves. I was death. I saw her. Yeah, you need to finish the sentence. I was making a furniture. Furniture is not countable, so you can't use the article and un. I mean, you wouldn't use un because it doesn't start with a vowel sound. But here, furniture is uncountable, so you cannot use a. Okay, I was making furniture. She was wearing a hat. We were eating the sandwiches that my mum made for us. Fantastic sentences. Perfect. So I'm going to leave it there for now because it's pretty much time. We've finished. So this document, don't worry, I will put it down in the description. If you're watching the replay, then feel very free to take part in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope this lesson's helped you. We do finish the lessons this week, so there'll be no more live lessons this well, of course there'll be live lessons, but there won't be many live lessons after this. We'll be going back to normal videos again every single Friday, but we will finish the live lessons this Friday. So I will see you tomorrow for another live lesson, and then on Friday we have 2 more lessons remaining. So I will see you then. Have a fantastic day and see you next lesson. Bye bye, guys.